You're blindsided before you even walk through the door. Listen to the math. 81% of people lie on their dating profiles, and the divorce rate is hovering at 45. If you're relying on hope to pick a partner, you're essentially volunteering for a 50-50 chance at a traumatic ending. Most of you know that sinking feeling in your gut the moment on a first date where something feels off. And like almost everyone else, you probably ignored it, you justified it. Maybe you told yourself, oh, I'm just being too picky. One woman did exactly that on a blind coffee date. She ignored the warning signs, she ignored the off-kilter vibe, and sat there hoping for a future that did not exist. 12 hours later, her own internal guidance system forced the truth on her in a way she could not ignore. 30-second dream that pulled the curtain back on exactly who she was sitting across from. Most people call that a coincidence. But if you actually know how to read the data, the 5D data, it was not a coincidence. It was like a forensic diagnostic of the disaster she was about to walk into. Today, we're going to tear that down. The 30-second dream that showed her the truth, and we're going to show you the exact sequence of red flags she missed so you can stop guessing, stop wasting time, and learn how to use your own internal guidance system, your GPS, to stop the next mistake before it starts. Hey, it's Dr. Nick, Professor Mike.
Hey, let's get into it and do a forensic autopsy. We all have a compass, an internal compass, all of us. We're born with northeast, southwest, which way to go, what to do. We know immediately if it feels right and if it is right. And it comes in through a system, an internal guidance system with a signal. And the signal gives us the direction to pursue on all decision, career, finance, relationship. Is that my soulmate? Should I move to the East Coast? Should I walk away from my job because I've been offered a new one? Or is it going to be a nightmare? We tend to get blindsided. Our internal compass is giving us guidance. And we're going to talk about how to recognize that guidance, how to implement it, and how to use it.
And now we're going to do a forensic analysis of her dream data and the mental noise and the conflict between the two. As she's sitting there during the coffee date, she has the vibe. You pick up on vibes immediately. Your vibrations are telling you yes, no, flow, no flow. So she's sitting there and she's already having that uneasy feeling. She sticks with the date, coffee date. That's quick. That's easy. There's no harm, But she's still like really digging this guy because we talked after and she's like, yeah, we had this coffee date. And then I had a dream that night of my ex-husband. I said, whoa, there's your answer. I said,
good news or bad news? The answers.
I said, stop all the bullshit. I said, right now, there's your answer.
All right.
There is your answer. It's a no. It's an automatic no.
Well,
now,
why is it a no? I mean, why is it automatically
well,
a no?
that's the forensic analysis we're doing. This is just her and I talking. Like, let's get right to it. It's a no. Get the hell out of there. So now let's back up. All the mental noise, the dream data. She's fantasizing, as you do. On your first date, when you meet someone or when you're meeting them online, you start fantasizing. How does it look? How would we be together? How do we look together? What would it be like? How is he like when we go in the car? And how does that look? And when we go out, and do we go to the Bahamas? And you start, everyone does this. Everyone, you start fantasizing about a life with this person and what it looks like. And so that's starting to go on, and that gets all the juices flowing and everything else. And that really puts the muffler on your internal guidance system for accuracy. So she's doing all of this. Later that night, she has the dream. Okay. And this is how quick this stuff is. The vibe reading tells you instantly. Okay. But then if you override the vibe, what happens? You got your dreams and your signs and your intuition. You've got all four for your guidance system. So thank God for the dream. Because the next morning she's like, hey, I had this dream and it's my ex. And so then I walked her through it, which is what we're doing with you now. So you don't make these mistakes next time. I mean, really, there's 5 different meanings, but they're all the same answer.
Right. The ex is the ex. And that's why they call them the ex. They're no longer, that husband had been exed out of her life because of all the negativity and misalignment The ex was no longer in harmony.
It didn't work out with him. The message is it's not going to work out with this guy.
Right.
This guy has similar traits as your ex. It's going to end up in a breakup.
Right.
I mean, there's 3 different messages there,
Mhm.
all saying no, 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 no. So any way you
Right.
want to look at it,
Right.
and it's pattern recognition. Is it a prophetic dream? Of course. They're all prophetic in a
Right.
sense. But let's keep it, data driven, pattern recognition. You pick up
Yep.
on all those signs and those symbols. The way he picked up his coffee, the way this happened, the way he said that. Did he walk you to the car? Did he open the door? I mean, all of these things are cues, and they let you know about that person.
And that's part of pattern recognition, and
Yeah,
that's what we're
yeah.
really talking about here. And here's another way to look at it, and this is very, very important because you might be thinking, well, how do you know that's not all just pure bullshit? How do you know you're kind of making this up like A, B, and C? Point is, or in other words, it's bullshit because how do you know they're even connected? Quantum physics, and this is part of it, the mechanics of pattern recognition and the mechanics of the signal that's being given to us.
Mhm.
And quantum says and has proven 60 years ago everything in the universe is connected. That's why the system is resonating and giving us the answers really from 3 or 4 different directions: dreams,
Yeah,
signs,
and
intuitions,
fast.
vibration, and it's already there. You don't have to wait for it. As soon
No.
as she wonders about the guy and the dream, and then she has the X. It's like, whoop, it's there. All the answers are in the hologram because everything's connected. So we
Mhm.
have access, believe it or not, to the data within the complete known and unknown universe.
We don't say you make life and death choices from your data at the
Mhm.
onset. You track your data.
Yeah.
Track your data, track the dream, and then go out with the guy. Go out and see what happens. You're doing experiments along the way. You're going to check your signs and the messages, your dreams and the messages, your vibe readings, and your
Mhm.
intuition readings. You're going to track all your data and see these outcomes, and you're experimenting. When you have your own data, my dream was on the money. Oh, that sign was right. My gut was right. That vibe I picked on, that was right. When you do this enough, your confidence raises, okay? And then you can absolutely
Mhm.
live in this reality that we were meant to live in
Right.
because it's in you. It's not something like we're not giving you another path. We are helping turn on and decode the path that's already inside of you, your
It
internal
Yep.
guidance system.
Yeah, and they even said that in the Bible, it mentions it. It says the truth,
Nice.
the
Yep.
light, and the way.
Yep.
And it's already within us. We've already
Yeah.
been
All of
given
it.
this. This is who we are
All of it.
as a being in the universe, and we have access to all that, but not paying attention to it. And that's why we're missing the signals. It's like, I wish I'd have known. Mike, how do you know? How do you know? That's why we call it foolproof knowingness, as Nicole said, as that all activates and you test it, test that data, keep a journal.
Test it.
Oh,
Oh,
I was shown a sign and the DJ said on the radio, and that caught my attention. Now, what a synchronicity. Write it down and then go back and look and compare it. And you'll see that the signal was there the whole time, and you'll start getting that confidence coming in. The clarity is always there, but we're not sure of it. And as we test it, it's like, oh my God, I've already had all the answers. I am the answer. Just pay attention to me and what's going on. That is your internal GPS that, we call truth, divine truth. It's there for each of us.
that's why you don't need your psychic and you don't need the counselor unless you're led to someone because they have a pearl of wisdom for you. Your inner guidance system, your internal guidance
Hmm.
system will let you know go talk to Susie Smith. She's
Hmm.
got the right answer for you. She's got what you need. So you will be led. So we're talking led in every area. Like that's why we say forget the psychics and the counselors. They do not know more than you. This is you. This is your internal guidance system, and it's so fast, lightning fast. Actually, like even with the client, right? She went on the date and she knew what the vibe,
Hmm.
so she knew right then. Then she blew it off because of the fantasy and the hope that keeps us going. Then she had the dream. Then she talked to me after that. So she already knew
Mhm.
while she was sitting there, but didn't trust, had the hope that keeps you going, and then she had the dream. So like I was not needed. You see, I was not needed in that
Mhm.
equation at all.
Right.
And then there's more to it that we don't even take into account that, people aren't aware of your karma. They're not aware of your past lives. They're not aware of that other person, his karma, her karma, their past lives, the lessons that need to be learned. There's so much more involved in relationships and having a future with someone that makes it right or wrong. And your internal guidance system accesses all of that.
When it's giving you the clues, really the answers to what you're wondering about, is this person the right person sitting there having coffee? It's really giving you not only a database of who you are completely in terms of vibrations, frequencies, but it's also matching you up against their database vibrations and frequencies. I've been blindsided by this before. Is this going to stay in the moment and relax? That's the other thing. That way we get to hear that inner guidance in the moment. Stay in the moment. There's only the present moment. Stay in the moment and relax. If you want to know how to relax, I can't relax. Just breathe. Few deep breaths will shut the mind down, and suddenly you'll go, whew, I'm relaxed. And you'll start hearing that inner voice that whispers, because the future always whispers to us before it arrives.
What is your internal guidance system telling you? What's it telling you about the
Mhm.
person sitting across from you right now? Or what's it telling you about a situation in your life? Leave the hope and go for the data
Mhm.
and act accordingly. You want to get started? Hang with us for 40 days. No, not physically, virtually. Do the 40-day state shift. Call it your biometric reset. Call it your radar reset. We're going to get this signal rocking and rolling. Life will not look the same after how long? Day one, not 40 days. 40 days to set the signal and lock it in. But the shift happens starting on day one. You're going to feel it.
Yeah.
So check us out, 40daystateshift.com. Come on, let's get rocking and rolling.
Mhm.
Get yourself into the next cohort. It's
Yep.
starting soon. We only take so many at a time because you work with us every week. Me and Mike, every week. Not a team. No, no, no. I wouldn't let anybody else work with you. Nope, you're working with us.
Yep.
Anyway, so check these things out and never get blindsided again. Trust your gut, save your ass.